Hi, friends. Hi, Kai. As if I wasn't already talking to you, my game planning went south for the night. Hi, Flame Charge. 10 more months till 5 whole years indeed. Holy heck. Hi, Red Chickens. Ooh, Denver. I love Denver. That's my favorite place. Well, like an hour from Denver. I can't remember the town name. It's the only place I've visited in Colorado. No, technically I visited a couple places, but all around the area. I know, we stayed at like a YMCA resort. In cabins, but I can't remember what it's called. The township. I don't know. Favorite place in the world, though. Oh, I didn't realize we were in ads. Thankfully, everybody could hear me. If I had to... Including states I've driven through. Oh, I said I love Denver, and I said it's my favorite place in the whole world. And I said, well, maybe not Denver, but like an hour from Denver. And then I said, I don't remember the town's name, though, but it was the only place I've ever been to in Colorado. If you include states I've driven through, I've been Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, North and South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Colorado, Kentucky. I think the only other state to get to Kentucky was West Virginia. And then I've been to Canada once. No. No. I can figure it out in just a second, I'm sure. Amazon photos, baby. Everything's linked to a place, which is both creepy and helpful in this moment. Get out of here. Just sure I took a picture of the name of the resort or something that I could look up. That's the day we drove. I know they had these little YMCA people outside. That's why I always think about it. It is at a YMCA, I think, is where we'd stayed specifically. YMCA of the Rockies. Estes Park, Colorado. Yeah. Estes Park. That's the township. Where I stayed at was YMCA of the Rockies. Yeah. I was gonna say, it might not even be a full hour. I just know it's not in Denver, but obviously that's where we always flew in. That's a Minute Maid lemonade with some blueberry syrup in it. Like the kind of syrup you put in mixture, like grenadine syrup, but blueberry. Oh! It's the last day of the season, baby! Let's get rid of these shits then. Yeah, me and Kai were supposed to play Split Fiction tonight, but the world said... First it said, hey, this game's 85 gigs or 80 gigs. You only have 62 gigs open. And I was like, well, F. And then we dug around, we found an SSD, we went to put it in, but we were lacking a screw to hold it down. And we're like, well, that's fine. We have a, like, little external thing that we can plug into it. But then it wouldn't work. Then we realized it was the cord, and we were like, cool, so it will work. And then I formatted it, and then I went to download it, and that shit is still downloading, and I've been trying to download it for what feels like 80 years. I know that it's not, though, but it's at least, like, a while. I don't think I've ever put that big of a game on my computer before. Like, when I looked at, like, Skyrim, it was like, it only takes 15 gigs to download. The reserve space for Split Fiction is, like, 4 times that? Why didn't anyone fucking tell me I had to schedule a day off to get it downloaded? Anyway, so we're gonna start that tomorrow. But also, just to getting to that point was very annoying, because I was like, what the fuck? Every time something, like, we got one thing figured out, it was just another, like, fuck. Oof. We currently have the cats locked up here. Well, 2 of them, because they have to get fixed in the morning, and they have to fast. And they are not having a good time. Respectfully, they're hating their lives. Ooh. That's nice to have a super nice gym. Yeah, they're not loving... I don't know if they're hungry or if they just don't like not being able to go downstairs, but either way, I gotta get 2 of them the vet in the morning. Whiskers and Loki, and then I don't even... I know what I need to do to be able to handle, like, you know, that they need separate room spaces, whatever, to heal, and also to... But how do you stop 2 cats? Loki specifically is like a goddamn... Sometimes she's like Spider-Man. I'll look over and she's climbing the screen door. How do you stop a cat like that from running and jumping for a week? That's nice. Where I live now, where I used to live, that was the case. Like where I grew up, we had to drive 30 minutes to literally do anything. We were lucky we had a grocery store closer than that. But yeah. Well, the one keeps getting out. She might have babies in her belly right now. I don't know. Not my problem. Sniff them out too. Which they will, actually. She's a Pergonant. That's what they do. But on a serious note, I don't know that if she got knocked up or not. She is an escapee. She's the one, that's why we have Whiskers in the, or Tally, or Jesus. Whiskers is why we have Loki and Morby in the first place, and as grateful as I am for them, 4 cats is 3 cats more than I ever wanted at one time. Not even like the 1 cat we started with. I would have preferred to start with one of the others. Yeah, so gotta get all that tomorrow. I gotta drop them off at 8. Quite stressed about it. Sure, it'll be fine, but it's always stressful to fill out paperwork that casually is like giving them permission to resuscitate. Like, so then it's like reminds you like, oh yeah, there's a chance they can literally go into cardiac arrest. How reassuring. But like also, I know they have to make me sign that. I have to let them know if I want to DNR or not. But I don't like it. It's very uncomfortable to fill out. I hate that. Hi, Miss Charlize. What are you doing? Not looking for Cheez-Its under my desk, I hope. Yes, I was definitely not just walking through town. That happened to me when one triggered. It was like... It was something that it was just where I was headed. And I was just like, oh, okay. Because it wasn't in a building or anything in particular. It was like just, it was just somewhere. And I was like, oof, all right. Missed an R99 stamp, so that's hurtful. But on the upside, one of my pets did randomly turn alien today, so... Maybe that was my reward for not canceling this meeting. Cheris. Oh. Never seen anything I have to die for here. I'll have to go try and grab it. Got a new one? Finally! That's my first fish I found here that was actually for the deep woods. Matthew, you know what this tastes like? Tastes like Delaware Ren Fair. The lemonade.
Oh.
Tastes, yeah, from getting the lemonade stand. We were across from it for 3 weeks. They had a blueberry one in the first week.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't leave that on. I can never remember if I... It hasn't been that long since I streamed, but it feels like it has. I only skipped Monday, Tuesday. Monday, because I had a movie. And then I went to a midnight release of Sunrise on the Reaping. And then Tuesday... I read the entire Sunrise on the Reaping. Today, I started the audiobook to re-listen to Sunrise on the Reaping because feeling the pain once wasn't enough. I need my heart ripped out one more time for good measure. Felt mad. I was like, I know it won't change anything, but like I feel like I didn't savor it. I'm like, what if I missed something? Not like anything that's gonna make me feel better, but like, what if there was just something that I didn't pick up on the first time? But yeah, I'm still in pain. I'll be honest, of all the whole book, it's all painful. But it's like as if she didn't spend the whole book stabbing me. Throwing bricks at my head, maybe. Might be better. The epilogue was just downright cruel. Like, the amount of emotion she gave me anyway. I'm like, this is a spoiler-free as I can speak about it, because it's like I know 24 hours simply isn't enough time before something is okay to speak about in more detail than this. But it destroyed me, and I'm not done. I want to be destroyed again, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, alright, let's do it again. I literally I saw something like that too, but not spoiler Haymitch dies. Literally like it was like spoiler Haymitch wins the games. And you're like, what? You mean the only victor in 12? He won the game? No. Can't believe you do that. Why would you tell me that? I already have one? What? But it just gave me the notification. What? Is it possible that some of these fish were already fished? And then they got added to the museum? I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, he wins his games. And like there's like a part of me that's like, oh my god, why would you say that? And then I'm like, Anna, of course he wins his games. But unfortunately, that's some of the few details we already knew. And you'd think winning would be a good thing, but in every case, it never is. They either win, and they continue to be punished for one, you know, that is their punishment, to be allowed to win. They win, they're sold, their bodies are sold to capital people for fun. They win, they're used by the capital while being under threat for the rest of their lives anyway. Like, dying in the games would be the best case scenario after being raped. I gotta make sure the cats aren't escaping. He keeps coming inside and out. You're making me nervous, Shar. Doesn't matter how many times you walk outside and go around, you can't get to the other door. But unfortunately, because the cats are trapped up here, Char's also trapped up here, and she's straight up not having a good time. But she'd have a worse time if I locked her away from us. I'm trying to help. I need a lot more wood. I forgot. Yeah, I restarted it. I only got through like the first chapter, so I will say they picked a much better narrator for this one than they did Ballad. Ballads was so dry that if I wasn't so invested in listening to the book because I wanted to read the book, I probably would have not read it. Like, I wouldn't have listened to it. If it was any other author, and it wouldn't even have been their fault. Like, it wouldn't even have been their fault that I did not finish. Which isn't fair, but a narrator makes a big difference if you're trying to listen to an audiobook. That man's was dry as fuck. The only thing that elicited a response, his dryness was actually the perfect sound for the birds saying back like, ma, 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 ma. That shit, that tore me apart. But that was the only time that I was like, that man, and it was the lack of emotions that actually did it, that made it that much more. Shar, you can't get inside. She keeps walking outside again. She thinks that other door is open. She's trying so hard to get in the kitchen. And she keeps coming back. It's driving me nuts. I'm gonna have to take her collar off. Oh, if I can get through one more season, we'll get to I can take Caldaris to... I want to take March because last year I took Reyna, but now I can take him to the festival. Got cookies on my mouth. Uh-oh. The game broke. Try that again. Hey, Shar. Loki's already nervous being stuck up with you in the first place, you little shit nugget. You know that? You're a little turd. Alright. Let's try that again. Okay. I think I might have enough to get one more build. If I have more, I would literally love to just turn. I would grow more if I can make more. If I don't have to do all the watering, this is game over. I could make 2. At least. Get fucked. But doesn't make sense to do 2 right now. Only like I would want to make it consistently. I so like they still work after you put them down, even if it's not the beginning of the day anymore. I want to see if they've all been pet, because that's a good indicator if that thing is running. The upside, they don't get too... I've done it a couple times. I hate doing it, but they don't like get sick or anything, which is good, I guess. Alright, that should be plenty of space. Keep hoping I'll get a recipe for... I still can't make pomegranate juice, and I'm in like year 3. I've been asked for pomegranate juice for like years now. I feel bad. She ain't never getting it. Alright, let's start with the ones that can be harvested more than once. We're not so much corn and potatoes. And then I need to add trees to my thing. We need a fuck ton of sugarcane. If I could avoid making or buying sugar. Ah shit, this can be regrown. Okay, but then I also need the ones that take a really long time. We'll get like 30 of these. I'm hoping I'll be able to slowly... Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting from the books, but I guess because... I mean, this whole book is pretty much highlighting how easily that things can be construed to be... Like, don't take things at face value. aka Suzanne Collins, is reminding us, you know, propaganda exists, and you can't always trust everything you hear to be the truth. Her whole epilogue, or her prelogue, no, epilogue, the beginning log one, just went on and on about everything. I'm like, whew. And she says she doesn't write unless she has something to say. She says it pretty loud. But I guess I just didn't know how much of this. I mean, all we knew about Haymitch's win. I'm trying to like do this in a way that's like not gonna reveal anything. All we knew about his win was like that he used the force field, hit an axe, and then he went home and we know his family died. That's all we know from Catching Fire. So like there's just so much in here that was not told to us, but it all, like, at least in my opinion, it all like seems to lay things in place. It's not just one of those things where it's like, yeah, sure, buddy. It's like one of those things where it's like, oh my god, they're handing us the puzzle pieces. That feels cool. I'm excited. Alright. Let's start at this end with being the repeats. I can't remember, the part one's just his birthday, so the whole prior to the reaping, I guess. And then yeah, even that hurts. I wish I would say it gets better. It doesn't. I mean, the book, very good. Matt, by the end of the book, he called in from the other room like, you good? Because I guess I was audibly crying hard enough that he could hear me from a room over. That shit had me fucked up. No, I think... What did I just plant? Ah, that's not what I want. Oops. That's okay. It's gonna be randomly mixed in. That's alright. Honestly, I think I'd rather just lose the seeds. Oh. I have to get the other thing out, I guess. Yeah, I had no expectations for the books in terms of like where it was gonna lay, and still I was still somehow shocked every step of the way. Like, how do you have no expectations and still have your shit rocked? I don't know, but it happened. And I don't remember, it's not like that, I was like, the last time I read a book like that was probably like when I was reading Twilight, which was what feels like a bajillion years ago. Like, to sit down and like consume a book in one day, not fucking moving. I've listened to audiobooks like that, but it's like while I'm walking around the house and doing other things. Like this, I didn't even, I had the audiobook, but I couldn't. I needed it, I needed to finish it, and I needed it in my brain. I didn't have time to switch to the audiobook once it finally hit my library. Because it wasn't there at midnight. I thought it would drop at midnight, but it didn't. And that's okay, because I ended up reading it anyway. It was crazy. Dang, I bought way too many seeds. Not too many. Hi! I think we're about to get ads, but hi! Hopefully, I had got to at least say hi before the ads ate you. I don't know if you got, but if you got pre-roll ads, you might avoid these ads. It's cut off by cleaning product ad. Yeah, start my life. I knew that was gonna happen too. Okay, okay, cool. Hello, yes. Is that what we're... I know you said you would prefer not to be called. I mean, I know who... Either way, I'm cool with whatever. I just... If we're trying to kick off Mira, we can kick off Mira. Go. Shoo. No, I'm just kidding. But trying to make sure I didn't slip any more seeds in here. God, I have a lot. The seeds I didn't realize I already had in here. Okay. Is it Saren pronounced how I said it, or am I butchering that somehow? I feel like it is because the name seems like you're doing a little play off serendipity. So I'm hoping I'm not butchering it. But yeah, I did know your user because Kai told me when you they were like, oh yeah, they're starting to stream, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I haven't caught any. If you have been streaming, I haven't seen any. Ugh. Come on. I was supposed to play another game today, but it just didn't work out in my favor, but that's okay, because this game I'm not actually tired of, so it's fine. Despite being out of, like, actual stuff I need to do, so now I'm just gonna keep making money. And hopefully they give me things to spend it on. Because... I have a dummy amount of money. Oh, Jewel beetles. Yeah, there was a big update. What was it? Maybe only a week ago, and I consumed all of it again. I don't know. I think because I'm playing this, it stopped, so it'll have to download overnight. When I looked at it, it said it was paused again. It's probably something in my Steam settings where if I'm playing a game, it's not going to download. But I wasn't playing a game when I was downloading. That shit did not want to cooperate, though. I was really watching it like, why? Why have you betrayed me this way? Have you seen the dragon? Because if you haven't, I won't go to this place because I was about to go there to see if the stuff is regrown because it's a new season. If you're like, no spoilers, but otherwise. I was heading there anyway. I guess I won't see him right away anyway, so it won't matter. Okay, okay, cool. They did make him... Actually, I still don't know if it's him or, like, all the other ones, other people refer to them, but so far, no one knows this guy exists except me. Tell you what. I wasn't sure. I joked about... Yeah, I joked about it. I was like, you know... I don't know, might change who I'm gonna court, I might go fuck a dragon, but now I'm like, I might go fuck a dragon? Because they did it justice. I know, I keep bouncing around, because you're right, we don't. Everyone else is referred to explicitly as he or she, but Caldera's isn't. And I could just refer to them as their first name, because I know that is... You okay, Char? Packing up a lung down there. Char's having a rough time. She's trapped upstairs because I have two of my cats are getting fixed. Thanks. Literally, I was like, when it first showed, I was like, you think that like it keeping the horns and the tail might make me go, okay, maybe not, but I don't know. Doesn't normally do it for me, but I don't know what she's probably eating one of her things and hacking up along in the process, apparently. Two of my cats are getting fixed in the morning, so I currently have doors closed that aren't normally closed. And I thought I'd be bothering the cats more. They probably just have gone to bed at this point. It did bother them when I first shut it. But Shar is very bothered by this. I'm just trying to keep them away from their food bowl, but the other two don't need to fast. So I don't want to make all 4 cats fast. Just because 2 have to fast. Because they're grazers, they don't eat at a certain time. So it's like a weird little... I don't know, couldn't figure out what I was going to do with this, but... They really do. They really do. They know their audience. But yeah, so my dog is stressed. She keeps going outside because there's 2 doors that she normally can get into. The kitchen, she normally can't get in if someone doesn't let her in, but she keeps going out the back door thinking she can go in the kitchen door. But the kitchen door is shut. So then she comes back in, then she goes right back out as if it's gonna magically unlock for her. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but she'd be just as upset on the other side of the door if I locked her on the other side. She'd probably be more upset because she'd be locked away from us, which she wouldn't like. But I have to make sure the cats don't eat. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest. I know, like, they do a bajillion every day, especially because I'm going to, like, a low-cost clinic that works on, like, the kind of... Like, they get cats brought in all the time to do, like, trap, neuter, release programs and stuff, so, like, they are... This is just a day for them. You know, this is a normal day, whereas I'm like... You have to sign a freaking form to say resuscitate if they were to go into cardiac arrest, which also... It could happen, but hopefully not likely. It's just a lot. I don't know. It's scary. Right, Char? She doesn't care. And then to try to keep 2 cats from jumping and running for a week is going to be hard. Keeping 1 cat from doing that is hard. I struggled when I got my boy cat fixed. But they keep escaping. Specifically the one keeps escaping, which is how I ended up with 2 more cats in the beginning. So she's one of the ones getting fixed. The other one's one of her babies, who's no longer a baby. She's like almost... She'll be 2 in August. But like... If she wasn't... She comes back every time, but if she wasn't just such a... opportunist to go outside to explore, but she came from outside. So I don't know if that habit will ever break, but at least I won't have to worry about kittens, I guess, from her specifically. Yeah, the worst part, yeah, trying to, I don't know how I'm gonna keep them calm, like, not be little crackheads, I don't know. Hello! Hello, Sid, how are you? I don't know if you can see these. Dandy went shark so hard. I look like I got, like, beat up at home. I've been walking around thinking, these people probably think I'm in a bad situation, but really, I just played with a dog way too hard. No, I didn't. I knew that there was at least 1 bruise, but I didn't realize how, until I was like, damn, I bruise easy. Matt has a bruise, but I'm like, damn, we were just playing. I think it could be part shark, but really a dog that I was rolling it up. Because every time I would start to play, I'd get excited that we were playing, and then they would get excited we were playing, and then they got so excited, I was, you know, you can't get me, and they did get me. They could get me, actually. They could get me a lot. My hands are fine, despite how often I let them... It was easier for them to eat my hands. Not that I gave it to them, but... It's not the bite that hurts on the arms, it's the pinching. Little teeth pinches. Yeah. On the upside, I was worried that she wouldn't like me. But I think she did. We got belly rubs and everything. She'll get you with them teethers. With them teethers indeed. Yeah. Well, Char was so old. Not you're not old, Char. You're a young lady. She's like 8, but she was already several years when we got her. So though she always has a lot of energy and ready to play, her playing is not the puppy kind of like nipping and stuff like that. So I never, with Char, I don't have that, but with Matt's mom's dogs, they play like that too. I thought I had some of these, but I guess not. Oh, let's let the vet pet her. Oh, she's so good. She's doing so good. Sounds like she's just getting a lot less frightened of life, and that is good news. I have too many chests. Yeah. I am... It's weird because we got Char, they pretty much were like... Told us she might have to be put under every time she went to the vet, and everything else, and she doesn't even need to be muzzled. So I just can't imagine the stress she was in under, like, at the shelter, that they had to put her under, do any exam ever. For us to be able to have no issues. She still has to take trazodone. But, like, we don't even muzzle at the vet. Except when they were doing... We put a muzzle on when they were getting in her ears for her ear infection, because they were really hurting it. Her ears, not the vet. And it's just so close, but she didn't even like try and nip anyway, but it was just a safety thing because they were going to be so close to her face. Oh, a legendary fish is nearby. I'm cheating. I need to know where. Please hold. System processing. Summer legendary fish. Fish. Why is it doing that? Oh no. Sorry, I'm trying to find the location of the... South of the museum. Okay. I fear I won't get it in one day. I know I didn't on the last ones. Just a double ear infection. It's hard because if like they don't tell you, how would you know? Unfortunately, like that was her normal, like, you know, she's like, yeah, my ears hurt, but it sounds like they always did. And like she doesn't shake her head like most dogs. Like Char, we knew something was wrong because she was shaking her head a lot. And then also she scratched it enough to bleed, which was not good. That was quite stressful when she had her ear infection. She like hit a scab. She didn't like do anything crazy. It's frightening when you look over and your dog's head's bleeding. Try and get all these guys fed really quickly. I would like to try and see if I can get, because there's something beyond gold of the cows and stuff. It sounds like there's ones that are like summer and spring and I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna try to breed more animals, I think. Figure out if I can get anything past gold. Okay, that's weird. It's like they didn't eat last time. Meow. They didn't eat last time either. Unless I came in late enough last time that I put the food down after they ate. Which is a possibility. I hate rainy days. I like when they can just come out and eat on the farm. Alright, we are just gonna spend the whole day trying to get this stupid fish. Last one we caught took us several days. I think this one might be too big, but I'm not sure. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I have to go to the museum and see if I'm missing any summer fish. That reminds me, because Kai just said they're done their spring fish, but I might need summer fish. Oh, there's one. I don't know if I'll catch it, but... I'm looking for what's called a lightning fish. We'll probably have to keep resetting this area. Not a lot of fish even spawn in that pond. Or in this river, I mean. Holy shit! That's a big old fish. I have to use the same tactics I use on Animal Crossing, which includes closing my eyes. So if it looks like I'm taking a nap, I'm actually just trying to listen to the sound. Otherwise, I click too early. I'm just explaining so I don't look crazy. Oh, shoot. There's like fish bait or something. That would just make the fish sort of appear. Dang it. Any other fishies up in this thing? Oh, reset. A minnow. That means these fish are probably too small, but... It's supposed to rain tomorrow here. I could fit both crates in my car right now. It's still so full of junk. Not crates, cat carriers, but I have to try and move stuff in. It's like, is that big one a large fish or an extra large fish? Oop, I'm running into a wall. Got distracted. Realized I didn't check the first layer or print. I'm wondering how fucked up it is. I already restarted it once, so... Could go either way. At this time it could be cooperative, or it could also be a mess again. I got a tester for something really cute that isn't out yet. Can't wait till it releases, because it's gonna be adorable. A log! That's what I was hoping to catch. I wasn't trying to get a legendary fish or anything. I wanted a log. Come on, you kidding? I had lightning on that catch. That had to have been a perfect one. Oh! 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 We got it! Oh, I didn't even have to do it 100 times. Guess what, Matt? Guess what?
What?
I got it.
No.
It's actually a really pretty fish. I wish I could keep it. Put it in my house. Alright. Summer, I'm missing a pond fish. What about bugs? Good on summer. I hope they make it so we can walk through the museum at some point, like you can on Animal Crossing. I want to look at it all. Like, I made that, you know? I did that. What is that? Ooh. Oh, a rare insect found in summer. A magma beetle. Wow. Starting off strong. I didn't know. That must be just one of the rare ones. I mean, I know it's rare, but I don't think that's a summer bug. I thought I just looked at it and I didn't need any. Yeah, okay. Sick. I don't know what that middle one is yet. But I'm glad it was bright. It caught my attention. I'll get some wood on the way back. You know who hasn't gotten a stick in a good minute? My poor little friend up here. Dozy. Here you go. Dozy is thrilled to have a new stick to play with. His tail whips back and forth excitedly. I feel like every game should let you give dogs sticks. That should be a requirement for any game developer. Like, oh, don't forget. You can't just have to pet the dog. You gotta be able to give it a stick specifically. It's important to the people. I am the people. I feel bad starving these cats. I know they're not starving. They eat all the time. They've only been away from their food bowl for 3 hours. But I'm like, they're gonna die. They're just not gonna make it. And the poor babies. They're melting. That one did not. I did not swallow that right. Like, got stuck there for a second. It was a little concerning. Eventually I'll sell these fish. Not today though. I'm gonna try and maybe... send out more pomegranates. I never got the pomegranate recipe, which bothers me greatly. Oh yeah, I don't know if you were on here when I was doing this last, Kai, because I think it was during the streams that you were sleeping. I'm building a chest set, which means I do not have enough wood ever, because every piece costs 50 wood, which is insane for something so small, by the way. And that's crazy. Why the heck did they cost so much? There's literally no reason for this. I just wanted to make a full chest set. I wanted to, and then I realized the cost, but at that point, I was very invested. It's the only thing I've built for my entire farm. Like, today, I could build a chest set. The worst part is I had to look up what chest pieces there are and in what quantity, because I actually didn't know. Oh, I missed her birthday. Dang, I could have gossiped on her birthday. Dang. I don't want to play any of those games. Traded up a piece of a map I'm working on today. It looks like they're about to redeem, and I'm like, I hope it's a good redeem. Because later on I might kick myself for that. So it better have been worth it. To give up a piece I'm working, like on a map I'm working on. Yeah, I just looked and I was like, because I actually think I have notifications on for FCR. So I wouldn't have it on for Terror Attack, and I don't even know what the other one was offhand. I remember looking 2 seconds ago, but assuming that's the one that I had the notifications on for. I got pinged. That's all I know. Oh, I definitely... Yeah, no, that one's on my ban list. I don't touch that game. Ever since I played it really, really hard to try and get that piece that was like really elusive that Drew missed out on, that whole thing. I played that game for... I wasn't even collecting those pieces, had no interest in doing it. And it was miserable. Never again. Alright, I guess we'll go to the pond and try to fish up the fish I'm missing. We're getting closer to maxing fishing too. So that'll be exciting. If I ever succeed. Nothing. Hold on. I'll see you in there. Yeah. Oh! I should head on down to the beach. I forgot it's summer. All my pretty people. Their summer outfits are all so cute. Look at them. I guess it's so pretty. Deadass, that's valid. A 100 stone paths? Wow. It's not the materials I fear, but more so if it takes time to build. I don't know if it does. Let's go collect the roses. Forgot to. I think up here it technically counts as a pond. It ought to. Guess I'll know based on what I catch. Carrot attack is what, Ty? I've been unlocked for like kind of a dummy amount of time. But every time a game pops up that I want to play, I got something else going on. Yesterday I was reading. Well, I won't tell. This is the Fields of Mistria stream. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I don't even know what fish I'm missing to know what size, so we're just gonna catch. I lost my train of thought. Oh, that, or it's like, I think game I might have played with COVID 11, but then I had a whatchamacallit. Hell yeah! Oh, that'll be awesome. I have to talk to somebody because I know someone who does IRL streams, and I mean, oops, I scared that one. I watched their whole car ride and I know it's set up from their computer. And then they sat in a park, and then they ate breakfast, and then I watched them order tacos. And I'm like, wait a minute. How's that still running from your computer? Oh, I got it. It's the last fish I needed. That was fast. I'm getting really lucky already this season. Now I can go dick around in the mines. I don't know why I assumed they always do Tuesdays. They always do Taco Tuesday, so they do this every Tuesday. But I never realized that they were virtually streaming like from their phone, but still connected to home somehow. I'm like, hold on. Show me the ways, sir. But they're on like day 6 right now of a charity stream, so now's not the time to ask. I don't. They still have at least 2 more days. Their stream can't end until they finish building a Lego set that they haven't even been able to open yet. And it's the Millennium Falcon, so it's like 7,500 pieces, I think, or maybe bigger than that. Whatever it is, it's like massive. I don't know. Who knows when they're gonna be done streaming? I can't donate any money. I'm just there for, oh, funsies. Watch it. All right, let's go empty my pockets. Walk into my pocket. Oh God, today. I mean, yesterday I cried because I read an entire book and I just cried the whole time I read it. Today I cried over the passive time because I was logging into one of my Google emails, and it was like, your inbox is getting full, you won't be able to receive new whatevers. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I was gonna go delete some stuff off Google Drive. And all the stuff on Google Drive is like videos of my niece from when I was in college that are all just like, love you, Nanny. Let me show you the new doll I got, and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's a 13-year-old teenager now who still loves me, but not in that way. Like, not in the same way where she would just sit there and tell me her whole life if I would listen. It was too cute. So I didn't delete them, actually. I didn't clear any space. I was just like, God damn. It was just so cute and sad because she's just growing up. And then I meant to send her one of them, but then I forgot. She won't care. Not in the way that's like, she's like, wow, so much time. She's seen, you know, what is this? Fishing trophy wall. I wish we had more wall space. It does. Like, I don't know. And I always am aware of like how much time, like I'm about to turn 30 this year. Like I know how fast time goes, but it really is solidifying when I can think of like the fact that I remember the day my niece came in from the hospital because I didn't want to hold her because I didn't want to break I didn't want to break a child. I was like, no, thank you. I also don't want kids, so this is not a shocking way that this played out. But I refused. And my refusal was refused, and next thing I know, I'm holding it like, take her back. Because I was just so, she was like tiny. She was barely able to come in from the hospital because she almost dropped below the weight that they would have sent her home in. Like, she was so little, and now I'm like, she is 13. She's a teenager. Yeah. I'm not super upset about turning 30. Like, I own a house. We're not financially doing well, but we own a house. That's... I gotta take that as a win right there. And I, got my aminals. I don't plan on having kids, so there's no rush there. Like... I am chilling. I do wish I was feeling like more of an adult, but I realize now that I don't think my parents ever did. The fact that my dad texted me last night. Well, for one, he texted me randomly, "Are flakes falling on you?" Then I look at the weather. Like, he can't be talking about snow. He's not. He's talking about the ceiling. I know. But it took me a second. Like, why would he ask me that? We had our dining room rained on me the other day. There was water coming through my ceiling. So he was asking if my ceiling was flaking, like if after water had gotten in and moisture, if the plaster had started flaking. But then I forgot. So then he texted me again to make sure I was alive. And I was like, yeah, sorry. I just, you know, sat in one spot for 14 hours to read an entire book. Sorry, that's my bad. The ceiling is not flaking. But then he goes, I just watched Mrs., you know, the Marvels. Some of it was corny, but it was pretty good. And I'm like, so he's doing the same thing I am. We're just watching Marvel movies. We just got a 30-year age gap, you know? We're the same person. Except I watch him on release, and he watches them eventually. When he feels like it. But then he watches them like 100 times. My dad is someone who... I can replay the sound of Prisoner of Azkaban, the DVD, what that sounds like. Take it away, Arn! And then he's driving around, you know, in my head, because my dad would play that movie for like 3 weeks straight before he'd move the next movie in. He does it with everything, whether it's streaming or a disc. He will watch the same thing over and over again, and that is why I know which side of the family this came from. My brain came from, for sure. My mom may have given me ADHD, but there is no way. I'd put my whole bank, I'd put everything on it. My dad's autistic. okay. I love you too. I turned 30 back in December and I don't feel like an adult. No! Literally, I turned 30 in November and same thing. Like, we were talking about it the other day, we were eating ice cream and I'm like, I think I've finally come to the conclusion that there's just no way that my parents felt like an adult at this age either. They just hit it better. When you're a kid, you just assume they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Juniper's like way too hot in the summer for I almost would change my mind on who I'm gonna marry. She's so rude. And the surface, just what I needed. Yeah. I do have similarities to my mom, but I've always been more like my dad. We all have. We all walk around the house fucking quoting movies as common. Instead of using words that would make, you know, make sense in conversation, we find a movie quote we can shove in there instead. And we'll all just repeat phrases for fun, maybe quotes or not. If I were to say right now, oh no, all three of my siblings at the same time go, oh no, your tile's all flat and junk. Did I do that? Here, let me get my cellular out, call your record. Oh shoot, I got no phone. Cause I'm a pothole. So, okay, bye. Because we quote commercials for fun. I don't know. We'd all do it. I know it. At least two out of three would. I think Onyx would too. That's why I say all of them, but Onyx might be the only one that'd be like, they would know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if they'd have the compulsion to spit it out. I can't hear the phrase without saying it. You put a little twang on oh no, and I'm like, oh god. It's the Geico commercial. Help. Nope. That's funny. So yesterday, Rachel changed one of the names in Junk City to Poop Soup. And Sarath just noticed it and changed it back. Okay. Yeah, literally, it's in my brain all the time. That stupid Geico commercial's in my brain all the time. He'd finish to start again. So we could damn near quit the whole show. It's the quenchiest. I need to rewatch that. I will tell you, the only time I've ever watched all of it was when I didn't have streaming services, and so I had to watch them in like 2-minute clips on YouTube. So there would be like a playlist per episode. Or it's especially like I had to watch them in little tiny snippets. Even when I was a kid, I still don't now. I can't watch things on release. I watched it when it was on TV, but not in a way that I was like, I'd seen every episode. I still don't watch things on release. If I can't watch a whole season in one sitting, I'm not interested. So it's either, you know, when it comes to like growing up, all I would watch was, you know, if I was watching Nickelodeon, whatever, it would, you know, reruns or regular shows, but I would never be like, all right, 8 o'clock, I gotta be there. But I can tell you, I probably had seen every single episode of Law & Order. I was trying to decide if it would just be SVU, but probably all of them. Because I spent so much time watching USA, which is where they played a lot of reruns. Woof, woof. Let's go buy this dog more treats. Oh, did I? Maybe I already gave it one. I see Dick Wolf on the TV. That's funny. Whereas I watch reruns constantly. These are their stories. Bum bum. Which makes sense, because my comfort show is still Criminal Minds. Whenever I'm like, God, I just really need to pick me up, I'm like, let me go watch someone get brutally murdered in a really twisted, fucked up way. I know that'll make me feel better. Yeah. We obviously probably had bedtimes, but they weren't very strict. Like, I distinctly remember one time coming out into the living room at, like, probably 2 a.m., and my dad was watching Mighty Ducks. So, middle of the night, I watched all of the Mighty Ducks with him, because he was like, well, you're already up. Fuck it, you know? And I don't remember why that's... It probably happened more than once, but I specifically remember the time when it was the Mighty Ducks playing. And I think it was the second one. I don't even think it was the first. Mainly it was just like, I don't want to hear any bitching and complaining in the morning. Guess if you do, I'll give you something to cry about. So... I was always so good at school that I didn't really need to go. But I obviously had to go, and I did all my work. But it also meant I was very good, and I know how to make myself throw up. Which, as an adult, now I only do when I'm feeling really, really, like, genuinely feeling sick. To be able to, sometimes it makes me feel better if it's just like, if I'm not feeling well, to get that shit out of my body. Like when it's like, after that I have nothing left to throw up, so I don't have that fear anymore, I guess. So like, because I always feel like when you're feeling really sick and you're just stuck sitting, hovering, like worried you're gonna get sick at any moment, it's very hard to relax. But I would get myself out of school all the time. Yeah, that's fair. My dad is a night owl. Still is. I mean, he'll work at like 5 a.m., but he'll sleep 0 hours. And that man, I don't think has had a water in the past 20 years. And he does construction outside. The fact that he's still alive is a miracle. I've never seen him drink water. And I'm 30. And I wish I could say I was being dramatic, but I've genuinely never seen that man drink water in my life. He drinks a lot of Gatorade when he's out on the job. It's not really good for you, but that's Gatorade and soda. He also gets kidney stones every few months, just can't figure that out. Eat it. That is gonna be pretty. And an obsidian storage chest. That was the best thing I could have gotten out of throwing a piece of wood. What? Real. I'm like, my mom always worked breakfast shifts, and so like I always, when I was a kid, long before I was legally allowed to work anywhere, I was working under the table at restaurants. So there were, like, I can get up early, but I've never been someone who can naturally get up early. Even when I was working at 5:30, 6:30 a.m. for literally forever, there is no... My body does not catch a schedule. It does not get the... Oh, stop! I'm redoing my whole house. No, I sleep better during the day. I feel that. That explains why my naps are always like a bajillion hours long. So my body's like, great, we're gonna sleep. And I'm like, no, I just wanted to rest my eyes. I was gonna nap today as a reward for dealing with a meeting, but I started to lay down and then Matt got home and we went around the block because it was nice out. And Char deserved it, but then I was like, well, now it's a little late. That water's been on my desk for more than today. I can taste that, I just don't know how long. I'm in the mines because I'm trying to get more of these little mushrooms. Because if they drop mushrooms, then I can build more of my animal thingies, and that's what I want to do. Or my water things. I'd like to be able to turn like half my fucking shit into just plant growing. I could have a bajillion. I'd have no issues making recipes. Especially now that I'm starting to save fish and stuff like that. I could have a million things. Ooh, a recipe for an obsidian table. I like it, Picasso. That was so gross. I didn't feel good around dinner time, so I didn't eat dinner, so my dinner was just cookies and Cheez-Its. I made dinner. I just told Matt to pack the rest of it for his lunch tomorrow, because I'm like, I don't want it. Die. Nice. Of all of them, I think the purple mushrooms are the easiest to find to make the whatchamacallits. Oh, I gotta make more of the things. That's fair. I do like... I know I've said it before, but I do find that this game is much more forgiving than something like... Well, Harvest Moon when it comes to the animals. Like, leaving your animals outside in Harvest Moon, they'll literally get sick and die. If you don't then treat them with medicine, so like... But the times in this game, like, there's just no rush to do anything. I appreciate that. Harvest Moon has normally a less of a rush on time. But like even the old ones, because there were rival marriages, like if you didn't woo one of the spouses, if you had wanted a certain one by X amount of time, even that you could miss your chance to marry that person. So it's like there was still a lot of pressure. Like how fast you do things, whereas here it's like, yeah, inconvenient that it took me to my, what is this, third year? My third year to get like my last pond fish for summer. But that's okay. As long as I can manage to get all the prizes before I catch my last legendary fish, or at least before I last tournament. From what I heard, you get a better prize if you've already finished the rest of the fish in the museum, because you'll have received all the other prizes already. I don't know how true that is because I haven't done it, but I still haven't seen that. Like, it looks like it'd be like a rock mushroom. I 100% agree. Like, I love Harvest Moon. It's what got me into these kind of games, and I love Stardew. But there's something about this where it's like, one of the bigger complaints was like asking them to let you adjust time, and I just like couldn't understand why, because there's no, like, if I don't do this, I don't get to, you know, unlock expo, you know what I mean? Like, there's, like, I'm gonna have to wait a whole year to unlock the community center, which means I won't be able to get a greenhouse or whatever. So like, I feel like Stardew has a lot of grind just to be able to unlock certain things that's like necessary to progress in other aspects of the game. So yes, you don't have to, but like, you need to, sort of. And even though this game isn't done, which I think I prefer right now because it means I got to experience 6 Hearts with everyone and do all of their 6 Hearts events without having to feel like I'm like, I want to hurry up, I want to marry, I want to get to 10 Hearts with someone. So maybe my opinion would be different if it was fully done, and I feel like I have to. Yeah! Yeah, literally? Yeah. Like, if you don't befriend the poor Grant before his wife dies, he's very hard to be your friend. I want to watch the gravestone, buddy! I don't know. That one's A Wonderful Life specifically, but yes, like, you don't know what I've been through. But it's like, suddenly, and also, I get, like, I want to do everything every day in this game, but there's no reason to. Like, it's okay if you don't get to talk to everybody every single day. Like, and now, like, when you reach a certain point, now I have the things that auto water and do the auto petting. I have too much time on my hands because I don't have all the stuff that was taking up my days. That I'm like, I get to go to the mines and just do what I want. I'm nervous about this. All right. Hold on. Yeah. And there is a lot you can do on this. I know, like, there's a lot of people you want to talk to. There's the mining, and there's the fishing, and there's the animals, and the whatever. Yeah, like, it's okay. Justice for poop soup. I'm sorry. I need to go back here. But yeah, I'm like, you're supposed to be busy. I would say there are... Ooh. Forgot what I wanted to do. There have been times in some farm sims where it's like, I want to rush the seasons, especially like Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, and Another Wonderful Life on the GameCube. Sometimes you just want to be able to get to the next seasons, but only because it's like, I want to be able to get ducks. But yeah, still, there's so much you want to accomplish every day. That to rush that, you are losing out on other things. But I want ducks. I think that's year 2 even. Just want ducks. Alright. Oh, shoot. You guys can go back inside now, my little babies. I don't know why I wanted the ducks so bad. They impacted my gameplay 0%, but they meant everything to me. Alright, Mira's birthday is this week. The last time I played, when they did the re-release of them Made It Story of Seasons, I bought it because I was like, oh good, I wanted to break out the GameCube for this. I didn't befriend... I think his name was Grant. I might have just mixed up his name. Gary, I don't know. The poor old man. I didn't befriend them in the first thing, and I was devastated. I was like, how could I forget? How could I forget that I needed to be friends with her and him before I knew her fate? Like, I know what happens, but I was like, oh, I didn't prioritize this. What's wrong with me? I was too busy trying to make Naomi love me. Alright, we gotta put all this stuff away. I'm really excited about, like, look at that. That is stunning, gorgeous. I don't know what to do though. I need to like redo a room. I like this room, so maybe I'll redo the other one. I don't know. I could redo this one actually. We'll just add a little bit of darkness to these bright pops of color for no reason at all, because I want to. Oh wait, is that too big? Oh. Oh. Okay, hold on. The book is literally not important, but I wanted it. Oh, it's not centered. Hate that. No. Too bad for that too. None of this really matters at all. I didn't craft most of these things, which make them better in my brain, because it means they magically were handed to me. Alright, did I let my animals out, or did I get distracted by all that bullshit? Ooh, we have something ready. Finally! I don't know why I thought those were both fences, but I guess they're different colors, so maybe they won't connect. Looks like I would be able to make 2. I'm nervous when it stops like that. Bum, 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 bum. Can hear Tally. She's upset because she's locked downstairs. But I don't know why. She's got the food, she's got the water, she's got the litter box. They have a litter box up here, but not the normal one. She's got all the goods. And it still ain't good enough, tell you what. Oh, I think I have more fence too.
You know how many calories are in one of those shrimps? A lot.
It's true.
A lot.
It's true. And the other thing is, my sister had a baby, and I took it over because she passed away, and then the baby lost its legs and its arms, and now it's nothing but a stump. But I still take care of it with my wife, and it's growing, and it's fairly happy. But it's difficult because I've been working a second shift at the factory to put food on the table. But all the love that I see in that little guy's face makes it worth it in the end. True story.
It's fairly healthy. That's valid. I'm not sure. Oh, shit, shit. If this counts as like several charges for what it's doing, or if only days counts. Okay, that should be fine. As I was doing it, I was like, oh god. I'll turn this whole thing into a goddamn... just harvesting, just farming, if I can get more of these things. I'll be a menace. Alright, hold on 1 second. Oh, let me finish putting these... Wait, I just want to put these down. This is not that important, but it is a task that I'll forget. No, they don't have to just water in the morning. They'll water whenever. Let me give you a shout out, first of all. Hello, thank you for rating in. Make sure it sounds dumb to make sure I spelled that right, but I am stupid. I get the O and E and Phoenix mixed up in my head. Welcome on in. What were you guys up to? We were supposed to be playing something else tonight, but the world said no. My computer said no first. Many times. Ooh, I don't think I've heard of that game. Well, hopefully you had a good stream. We're doing some Fields of Mistria. You're supposed to play Split Fiction. No one told me how big of a game that is. I went to put it on my computer, didn't have space, found an external or an SSD card, like to go into my PC, an SSD, to add an extra like terabyte of storage. Well, alas, couldn't do that because I didn't have the screw to hold it in. They were like, cool, we found an external thing that holds it, so we plugged that in. It didn't work. Realized it was the cord, so that was fixable. We found a new cord, plugged that in. It did work, but then it needed to be formatted, which took forever. And then after like 30 minutes of waiting for that damn game to download, I was like, it's gonna take all night. So we decided to play this, and I'm gonna play that tomorrow. I just like, that's the biggest game I've ever put on my computer, I think. When I went to like look at other games that were like, well, that's gotta be bigger, right? You only need 15 gigabytes for Skyrim. Like 25 for Pal World, and I was just like, 85? Split Fiction, or 80, I think. Still, way too many. I've never downloaded something that big on my computer. I was shooketh. But tomorrow I'll be able to play it. And I wanted to do one more Fields of Mistria before I waited for the next update anyway. I guess I can make the stone paths and work on knocking out some of these quests too. I think I have some stone paths somewhere. Maybe inside, but yeah. We're in like year 3, I think. We're chillin'. I'm a million bajillionaire in this game, unlike my real life. I don't know if it's gotta be... They both count as stone paths. So I'm assuming either one would work for the quest. They both take 0 minutes. They take the exact amount of stone, so it literally doesn't matter. It is very cute. If you're into, you know, farm sims in general, this is... the art style is adorable. The characters are so cute. All the dialogue is awesome. And it's not even done yet, and I feel like I don't feel like, I know I've put in over 80 hours, which is pretty good for a game that's not even released. So I'm excited to see what all comes once they hit, like, full game. I think they were originally shooting for a year from early access, but I don't know if they'll be done by then. Unless there's not a lot of gameplay attached to like post-marriage, which there might not be, like, you know, in terms of like special gameplay. I know we still need 8-10 hard events. They're not unlocked yet, and I think we'll probably get more festivals and some other stuff too. They have it on their map, like their plan. But yeah, I'm like, any game that you can get that much gameplay out of and still not be bored, and I can't wait to see what it's like when it's fully done. Every update they drop, I'm like, I play it too quickly, and then I'm like, oh man, when's the next one? That's over 100. Okay, that should be the stone paths. I might have that one. Definitely have chili peppers. And pears. Grapes. Thank you for the follow. It might be my other bin. I guess I put him in here for some reason. We got wild grapes. I have had an interaction with one character that was new during a hard event, but I've not gotten any new Saturday Festival people, but I know that there eventually... Someone told us that there would be. I don't know if they meant to, because they mentioned a character that I was like, and they were like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I think new Saturday people will eventually rotate in. But someone during my 6 hard event with Balor, I think. But they're not in my chart. Like, I can't go back and look at their character. I don't even remember their name. But it wasn't someone that we'd met. But I haven't met other characters outside of Caldaris. Caldaris? That's like a new character. But it's possible that, you know, they might be added for things like the festivals, or not festivals, like the Saturday things, and I just haven't, maybe only later, I don't know. Certain seasons, maybe. I guess I just hit summer, so new things could happen to me now, but... What was I in here for? Pears. Wild grapes. Ooh, not that many. Chili peppers. My brain is not braining. It's almost midnight. Ugh. I gotta get up so early for the cats in the morning. I'm stressed. I know I'm not gonna fall asleep easily though, so... Oh, really? I'm not sure then. Maybe it was the guy that I was like, go heck that guy. But also, he only popped up like for one cutscene, so I'm like... Perhaps. He wants one of these guys. All right. Doesn't matter who needs what. We'll just go talk to everybody. It's Friday night at the inn, baby. Just you wait. Oh no. They're gonna kiss him. Her eyes are freaky when she laughs. Ooh, I'd like to learn a love gift. Oh, he likes golden rooster feathers. That surprises me. That's a very easy thing for me to give. Thank you, Nanner. Reina, love you. I was the one who donated everything, Hayden. I'm obsessed. No idea. I was so mad about the proposition he gave, I completely blacked out. Let's look. I'll see if that looks like him. No. No. I've never seen that man in my life. Oh, that looks like he's one of the 4 upcoming traveling merchants that visits on Saturdays, but not yet incorporated. That was 6 months ago. I wonder... if he's in game yet, or people were just hoping that he'd be in game. But if he's a traveling market person, they're not romanceable, so... I could see the complaints already. Thank you. She gave me a daisy. Yeah, no, I probably would have remembered what they looked like. They looked angsty and... This guy was just, like... a white man? Go! You know? But nothing that I remember being, like, a standout feature. Yeah, these can all be sold. I'm gonna teleport over to... Teleport over to here. Hello. Yeah, it looks like people were already posting about it months ago, so I'm assuming it's in game files and people have just already seen the character art. But it's hard to say. Dang. Come here, little fishy. Probably finish this day, but then I need to go to sleep because my alarms start early for the cats. I have to make sure that they're both still up here and then they haven't managed to push that door open. None of the doors in my house shut very well. So we currently have like something blocking it from the other side, but enough pushing, they could move it. I just don't think they realize it's movable, so that's what I'm banking on. No, literally. Yes. That's why when I saw it, I was like, no, I would have remembered if that, like, that's definitely not who I saw. Ooh, ooh, I need that. So I can make more of those cute little lanterns that I have. I don't remember how many it takes. Jeez, I got a lot of fish. I think it is weird that they wouldn't let you, like, marry the Saturday people, even though they'd be harder to romance. It wouldn't be impossible. You would just have to be really consistent on your gifts. Pain in the ass, but not zero. Oof. I'll try and remember next time I get on that it's Vera's birthday, but that's hard to do. When you get off for who knows how long. Excuse me. Let me make it save really quick so I don't forget. And then I'll head over to Twitch and see if we got any. Well, I actually know where we're gonna go. It don't even matter. Too many people in one spot, but I was trying to see, like, where the other whatchamacallits were. The people out there, whatchamacallit. Words are hard. Hold on. Nope, still the same 4. Okay. I wanted to make sure because I was like, I clicked through that really fast. Alright, we're gonna go over to parody. That's true. There will probably be mods that it's like, it can make it happen, but... they can make anything happen. They are on a bajillion days into a charity stream. They still have 33 hours before they're allowed to build it all on their Lego set. And even when we can't help financially, having viewers there definitely helps push people who may be able to help their way. So if you'd like to ride the raid, we have 2 raid commands. I'm gonna make sure that my game, yeah, it's back to downloading. Hopefully it'll have no issues finishing overnight tonight, getting that all worked out. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with some Split Fiction. And then, what's tomorrow? Thursday? So, stream Friday too. I don't have events this weekend or anything. I don't think. I don't know what's happening in my life right now. Honestly, it's such a mess. But tomorrow I might be doing a day stream after I drop the cats off to make sure that I don't imagine I'll be feeling like napping when I'm worried about them getting their stuff done, so it feels like a good time to get some work done early. So I'll probably work on like listings and stuff and just have like lo-fi or spirit whatever running and doing work and co-working. So but I'll be streaming tomorrow night too. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. And I will see you on the flippity flop. Bye.